I didn't get on here to rant because what's the point? We know what this team is. Um, know about the injuries. Um, know about the offense. We know, man, that defense was the reason why we even had a chance in this game. Because if this defense did horrible today, they did awful today, man. I'm telling you, we probably wouldn't even have. We probably would have had only 7 points this game. Only seven. I feel like these two teams were kind of similar throughout the game, and that's kind of why the game was the way it was. Was because simply the Chargers are just like the Titans with two key receivers, and that's about it, minus Derrick Henry. And that's about it. They just have two really good receivers, and their defense is. It's not the best, but at this point, the Houston Texans can beat our defense, can beat Derrick Henry next game. I bet you next game, that's when they'll win. They'll be like, all right, we've tanked long enough. We're just gonna win. That defense, man. This is like the second game. This is like the second game this season where I could say the defense played the best you can play on defense against the Chargers team or a Kansas City game or the Kansas City game. This is the only game. This happened 2 times this year, where that defense is out there and just shows heart, and yet and still this offense is like, nope. Todd Downing's just like, nope, nope. You're not gonna win. I can't blame this loss on Derrick Henry. He did all he could. This offensive line is just very bad. It's actually worse than I thought. There wasn't too many sacks this game, but man, it felt like literally we were just. This is definitely. Could I say this is? I'd say this. I can't tell. Would this or the Kansas City game be the most heartbreaking loss that the Titans have had this year? Which one could I say? Which one could I put up there? I don't even know, man. But as you can tell, I got the Titan Stadium in the background because at this point, we've got some franchise questions. We got some franchise questions. I know we fired John Robinson. I know we did all that. And I actually did a video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's actually stating where this team is, and I go over where this team is. But guys, at this point, I don't. Why even get upset if we lose? Why even get upset? Um, just why get upset? Um, you knew losing AJ Brown that was it. That was it. Because who in this league are you going to get better than AJ Brown? That's not Jamar Chase. That's not Stephon Diggs. Minus all the top three receivers, top five receivers in the league. Just minus all those people. Minus all those people. AJ Brown. Who are you going to get that's better? That's not named the top five that I just mentioned, which is Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, and hmm, trying to think of one more. Oh yeah, hell, you might even put Devontae Smith in there. I don't even know. Even though he's at this point he's the wide receiver too, but man, you can't make the stuff up, guys. You know, Todd Downing Why are you still in uniform? Why are you still here? Why are you still on the sideline calling plays? Why are you even walking in to the building? Why? Dennis Daly, why are you still on this roster? If that interim GM wants a shot at being GM next year, he better cut Dennis Daly fast, or he's going to be gone too. If he wants a chance at being a GM, being a permanent GM next year, he better get rid of Daly. In fact, he wasn't even playing in the let's see, which they put Dylan Raditz out there. I think it was like the first quarter or something. And guys, you can notice a difference. Ryan Tannehill wasn't really getting hit as much. And then they threw Dennis Daly back on the field for some reason, which it's been the same story all year. If something's working, don't just go back to what wasn't working, and just keep it like that. Dylan Raditz played a pretty good game. He's better than Dennis Daly, right? Oh, you could have thrown in Laverne Clark. Nate Davis got hurt this game, or was it Brewer? I think it was Nate Davis that got hurt this game. Um, yeah, my Dolphins lost too, so it's been a rough week. Titans are obviously my first team, but this is just sad. This is just sad. Like this isn't even. I wouldn't even say this is like nothing to get mad at as a Titans fan right now. I'm just like, I mean, it was gonna happen. But was it going to happen this badly, though? The injuries. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. Fire the medical staff tonight. I want everybody on that medical staff to just leave Nissan Stadium and never come back again. Literally, they do not deserve a job in the NFL. They don't. They don't. Tannehill, again with the ankle injury. Um, just so many injuries out there. So many injuries. At this point, I'm surprised Jeffrey Simmons hasn't gone down yet. I'm surprised Kevin Byard is still holding his own out there. And this is this is why this game was so sad. It makes me want to cry so much right now because we got turnovers. We got turnovers. That was the one thing we've been wanting. We finally got it. But you know what? Todd Downing's just like, nope, nope, just nope, nope. Middle finger to your defense. I'm gonna make sure we don't score this whole game. Just nope, nope. And by the time Justin Herbert connected to Mike Williams, it was over. It was over. It was over. It was really over a long time ago. The only reason why we were even in this game was because that defense has heart. Even with all the injuries, I can't even be mad. The defense today, I'll give them an A minus effort. I'll give them an A minus effort. I can't give them an A or A plus because there were times where it was like really busted coverages again, really. The missed sack on Justin Herbert at times. I get it, he's elusive, but like, come on, man, really. We got sacks this game. We got turnovers. The one the one interception before halftime was just perfectly executed, and what a smart play. The IQ of Roger McCreary was just ridiculous. The way he just was able to keep his head up on the play, and give it back to Maben, or was it Maben? It wasn't Maben. It was who was it? It was Roger McCreary. He tipped it to somebody. I'll have to go back and look, but I'm pretty sure. I don't think it was Maben. It was who was it that got who was it? I mean, I don't remember, but what a play anyways by Roger McCreary to just have that heads up play. Even with Christian Fulton out, he played pretty solid this game. Mike Williams was pretty much quiet this whole game until like towards the end. He had some plays here and there, but really, we our defense kept them quiet this whole time. Yeah, and then the other reason why I can't give him an A+ effort is because I can't give him an A or A+ is because there were times where the Austin Eckler, like, you got to make that tackle. Like, why are you just letting him run like that? Come on, the missed tackling. Um, but part of that is because we have practice squad players everywhere. Literally, this is a team that shouldn't even be sniffing the playoffs. The way they're playing, but this defense, A- effort today. A- effort today. I don't think they could have played any better. That's the best you're gonna get out of the Titans defense, and they showed their best today. Um, hell, I can understand the Kansas City game a little bit, but this game might hurt more than that Kansas City loss. Actually, this game might hurt more because the Chargers, not the because the Chiefs lost. That's Patrick Mahomes. That's what he does. He can come back. We've seen it against the Bills. We've seen it against the Texans. We just we've seen it. We've seen it a lot from Patrick Mahomes. I can't even be mad at that loss. I thought our team played the best they could, even with the backup quarterback. Todd Downs just the worst offensive coordinator in NFL history. So of course we couldn't score. Um, and man, can Arthur Smith get fired from the Falcons and come back? Just come back. Just come home. Just come home, please. Just come home. This man got us to the AFC Championship game. Todd Downing won't even get us past the first round, so I don't know why we still have him. I get it, we have injuries, but come on, get creative at times. You gotta stop going bunch formation. You gotta stop going bunch formation. Every single play, it feels like they're just doing bunch formations. Um, Now I think if Traylon Burks played this game, it probably would have made a little bit of a difference. But the bunch formation, but you wouldn't have to run that if you didn't get rid of AJ Brown, John Robinson. Now would you? Um, but he's gone. So gotta move on from that, right? Yeah, it's a tough loss. Malik Willis came in the game. I thought he did pretty well. Um, which he's only a rookie. He's only a third round pick, so possibly it's a possibility he might not even be here next year. So you don't feel bad getting rid of Malik Willis next year just because it's like, oh, he's just a third round pick. Um, who honestly, I think if you put him in the right system, um, you you could probably get the most out of him. And I think the talent is there from Malik Willis, but the coaching isn't there, and that's the problem. We just have a horrible, horrible offensive coaching staff. The only coach that I say that's really good at his job is Tony Dews, and that guy's getting head coaching calls from what I heard. So hopefully Tony Dews is hopefully he doesn't leave. Um, that's the only bright spot in our offense is Derrick Henry. That's all we have. Man, I would sit up here and tear up, but I can't because it's so hard. That's just the passion that I have for this team. Um, I like the Dolphins too. They're my second team, and it's kind of ironic that Tannehill was there too. but and they lost. They had a tough loss yesterday too. So let's see. This is like what three out of 3 to 4 weeks straight of misery and pain and misery. For most squads. Obviously, but my first home is Tennessee. Um, and you just want to sit up here and cry. You really do, because we're not gonna have Derrick Henry forever. We're probably not even gonna have him when that new stadium comes up. Um, but yeah, this we're wasting his good years. And this might be his last. He might have two good years left in the tank, and then after that, you're going to start to see the decline. Um, but if you really want to save this team, you got to fire Todd Downing. You also got to fire not Dylan. You got to fire Dennis Daly from left tackle because that man should not have a job in the NFL whatsoever. He just I see him get beat by by a linebacker that I've never even heard of. He just gets beat. It doesn't matter. You could literally he'll get beat by who was a horrible who could I say? Man, I can't think of one, but the man could get beat by a practice squad player, which Dennis Daly is, I guess, technically off the practice squad. I get it, Taylor Lewan. That's the heart and soul of this offensive line, but it's looking like we're not going to get him back next year either. Um, if they sign him, they better sign him for cheap because this man just does nothing but get hurt. It doesn't matter who's on this medical staff. He can't stay healthy. I knew when we lost Harold Landry for the season, I kind of figured like the defense would still hold up. That's why I said you could cut Harold Landry and keep AJ Brown. You're saving money by cutting him, and you can keep AJ Brown. Um, but I mean, who am I to who am I to sit up here and tell you guys how this works? Because we're just fans. We just want our team to win. It's kind of hard to um to sit up here um and be happy with this team. It's just hard. Um because you got to look at it this way, right? We were in the AFC Championship game almost 3 years ago. The only players that I can think of that are still on this roster from that team um are Kevin Byard. um well, I probably shouldn't start with him. Let me start with the best player on the team, the only player on the team offensively. Derrick Henry, Ryan Tannehill, Taylor Lewan. I think Joshua Kalu was actually from that team as well. I think he blocked that field goal against KC a few years back. So I think we still have him. Um, I think I said Byard already. Um, Jeffrey Simmons. Who else? Yeah, it's not many. There was not many players from that little Cinderella run we had a few years back. So we get that. We come in next year without a DC, which made no sense. Mike Vrabel should have went and got one. Or they should have went and got one. Maybe it was the front office that decided that. They just couldn't find the best fit for it. Um, our team. God. We get the 1 seed last year. We get the 1 seed, looking like a Super Bowl winning team last year. When you get everybody back at the perfect time. Everybody's this perfectly healthy team in that game. Even Derrick Henry himself is back for that game. Team gets 9 sacks, and you throw away the game because of Todd Downing and Ryan Tannehill. I can't blame the KC loss a few years ago because we weren't even supposed to be there. So I thought we were going to build on that, which we kind of did. Also, Harold Landry's from that team too. I forgot he's still here. Um, or I forgot he was on that team. But But yeah, team gets 9 sacks. Probably the best Tennessee Titans defensive performance you've probably ever seen in your life. And your offense just throws it away. And it kind of felt like the Cincinnati game last year, where your team gets stops, gets turnovers, pressures Justin Herbert, makes him uncomfortable in the pocket, and you throw it away on offense. You just throw it away because of Todd Downing and Ryan Tannehill. Again. Again. Tannehill in this game, Tannehill, I guess he didn't do terrible on a bum ankle. That's probably the best you're going to get out of Tannehill when he's hurt. Um, Offensive line just is like the worst in the NFL. I can't think of another team that's worse than us at the offensive line position. I can't. I can't. I really, really can't. Like it's we might we might go 7-10. I don't want to think about that. Um, but Jacksonville, they won today. They beat the Cowboys, which was unexpected. The one time I want the Cowboys to win, they decided, nope, we're not going to help your team out today. We're just not going to win. Uh, but this is team, and isn't it kind of ironic that I asked this question last video? I was like, hey, do you really want this team to make the playoffs? Do you really want to see a hospital team? That's what I like to call them, the hospital team. Do you really want a hospitalized team in the playoffs? Do you really want that? Do you really want that? Like, think about it. Do you really want that? Now, as fans, of course you want to say, yeah, we want to make the playoffs. Of of course you say that. Of course you say you want to make the playoffs. You want to see your team at least try. But guys, the way Jacksonville beat Dallas today, who deserves to be in the playoffs more? Because it's certainly not us. After the offensive performance I saw today. Um, they're not going to fire Todd Downing. So if you're wondering, if you are just begging on your knees, just um, begging for Todd Downing to get fired, um, it's not happening. If you're sitting here praying and praying, hoping and praying that he's gone, guys, yeah, yeah, he's right where he belongs, unfortunately, and that is somehow on the sideline of the Tennessee Titans. Um, you have to wonder if you give the play calling duties to Tim Kelly, does he win this game? Um, I couldn't tell you. I get it. You don't have the roster right now. You don't have the team healthy either. But you gotta execute. And Todd Downing just doesn't sets up his players for failure. It's the same reason why we lost in the Cincy game last year. He just sets his team up for failure. It just is what it is. If Mike Vrabel can't see that, then I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I don't see how Mike Vrabel just doesn't see that. You have a Houston Texan guy on the coaching staff who can call a million plays better probably than Todd Downing can. Um, yeah, and you know, us as fans, we were like, okay, we're gonna take this division. This is weak division. This weak division. Um, nah. No, it's too late. We're not taking this division. We're not taking this division. It's it. Hey, listen. I want, I want to to sit up here and be happy and be joyful. It's the holidays, you gotta be joyful and happy. I understand all that for your team. You got to. Hey, at least the Colts lost, I guess. At this point, I don't care. Um, they're not even gonna sniff the playoffs. It's over with for them. They if we got the Colts though, we lose. We lose right now. You give us the Colts. You give us the Colts a third time. Yeah, yep, we're fucked. I'm sorry for my language, but yeah, we're cooked. We're toast. We're turkey bacon. Yep. Uh, we're smoked bacon. It's over. We are turkeyed, fried turkeyed that game. You know how you just put put hamburgers and hot dogs on the grill. That's our team, and our team is just literally burning right now, and that's not a good thing. That's a bad thing. Um, but I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all because I'm just looking forward to next year. I'm looking forward to the draft. To the draft. I'm looking forward to the new GM. I'm looking at what this coaching staff's going to look like next year because this is going to be really interesting. This is going to be really interesting. This medical staff, Amy Adams, please fire him after today. Please, please. Well, I guess you'd have to wait till the end of the year. But yeah, I could tell the strength and conditioning coach is definitely not going to be here next year. Um, but I just wanted to come on here, um, tell y'all we're not making the playoffs because you can throw that out the window. The Texans are beating us next week. They've been playing their best football, even though they've lost two straight. They've been playing their best football. So yeah, it's over with. This team can still not be a team with a positive record, even if it's 7-6. This team has lost four straight now, which is, yeah, that's your boy Todd Downing for you. He just finds a way to lose you games. Um, so I'll see you guys next video. Feel so bad for our defense. Todd Downing, I would if my video didn't get demonetized. Well, actually, I don't have ads, but I would totally flip off Todd Downing if I could right now. But it is what it is. You guys have a good rest of your evening. Happy holidays. I'll see y'all next week.